future I could see if I just close my eyes. Have the foresight to believe. Time don't move backwards, it speeds to the future fearlessly. Charging forward when I open my mouth, though I may not know how. I know I was born to sing. Travel the world, raise baby girls. Bury my best friend, I'm manifesting, but not concerned. 'Cause whatever happens, I'm good. I'm good. Actually, more than good. Kinda great. Even on the bad days, I thank God for making me brave. Living free. Wanna die when I'm 123. Really wish that all my heroes would notice me, so I could be one of the greats on a big stage, inspiring people to pray and give thanks. 'Cause somehow we made it. We're always protected while building our legacy. Travel the world, raise baby girls. Marry my best friend, I'm manifesting, but not concerned. 'Cause whatever happens, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Actually, more than good. Kinda great. But even on the bad days, I thank God for making me brave. Brave, 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 brave. Oh, more than good, kinda great. But even on the bad days, I thank God for making me.
I can get you through this when it hurts and it's bad, yeah. Don't ever feel like you're all alone when it's bad. I can get you through this when it hurts and it's bad, yeah. Don't ever feel like you're all alone when it's bad. I can get you through this when it hurts and it's bad, yeah.
crypto. His charting skills have discovered new entire galaxies. He once was engaged to Satoshi Nakamoto's oldest sister. He is the most interesting trader in the world. And today we ask him, what do you do when the market crashes?
I buy more. And I also subscribe to Road Dog Crypto. Trade wisely, my friends.
Every time I think I have this microphone on, I am sorely disappointed. My apologies. Welcome. First of all, thank you so much for your patience as I check to make sure my mic is working. All right. Welcome to Midday Crypto Charts with Road Dog. My name is Lane, your personal Crypto Road Dog, your host for today. And basically, this show comes as a live stream. We're just starting at the 12 o'clock time slot, checking in on the crypto market, looking at Bitcoin, getting a feel for where the market's going, looking at some indices, and then, of course, going into the altcoins. Just trying to keep you abreast of what is going on in the market, especially if you've not been through a cycle before. Hey, my channel is for you, because I will show you my technical analysis on screen, and hey, you might even pick up a few things, add to your toolbox. Right now, we're starting with Bitcoin here on the 4-hour chart. Now, as you can see, when we zoom out, as you can see, famous YouTube catchphrase. We had basically, you could look at this as being an ascending triangle or maybe a falling wedge. When you consider all the price points, it does lean more toward falling wedgy-ish, kind of. Now, we did get a breakout. That trend line's a little wonky on this particular time frame, but either way, however you draw it, we are looking at a breakout. We do have some volume with this breakout, giving it some legs. Things are looking nice on the 4-hour as we are above the 9 daily or the 9 moving average for this time frame. This is the green line. It's barely crossed over the 21 and the 50, although they still got some work to do to catch up, and we're crossing over the 100, meaning this is should give us another boost up, and we should approach this area about 26,662. Right in that area, I've got a measured move target up here about 26,819 that we may actually hit. Now, let me go ahead and let's make this just a little less apparent, and now we can focus on these trend lines here. Now, when we break this much bigger shape that we had down into a smaller shape, what we got is a widening broadening pattern, also called a megaphone pattern. Now, this one is more like neutral. It's not really bullish or bearish per se. These are common terms. The bullish ones point up, the bearish ones point down. I'm sorry, the bullish ones point down, the bearish ones point to the upside. This one is just kind of equal, but this one does have a 60% chance to break to the upside. So we could see prices come up at 2608, and we could see a breakout that would take us up to this area somewhere around 27.9. I'm looking at this particular moving average here, and about 28.111. Now, I do have a measured move, and that would take us up to about 28,657. Should we get a breakout out of this much larger pattern and break above the 200 moving average on the daily. So that's what we got for Bitcoin. Got a little bit of a pump, a little bit of a move up today. What the hell? Hey, Straker, how we doing, man? Not a member, things about to get rowdy one way or the other. Hey, welcome to the stream, guys. Thank you so much for being here. And since I got you here,
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
so I was supposed to do a live stream last night. I usually try to do a nightly live stream. I'm trying to shorten those up a little bit. Last night, my apologies, man. I just got brain dead. I just had too much of a day, and I was feeling rough, and I could not think. So my charting abilities would have been impaired. So I just took the night off on that. So I want to point out something. We were looking at a little bit of bearish divergence there, but now that it was hidden. Now that seems to be maybe negating just a little bit. I do plan on trying to stream tonight, and I'm trying to shoot for around 10 p.m., 10:30-ish Eastern Standard Time. So looking a little bit bullish for Bitcoin, which now our altcoins, how are they doing? We're getting a little bit of a pump there, but we're not yet making the ground that we need out of altcoins. But we are seeing a little bit of improvement as some money goes back into altcoins. So not a terrible day. The 9 moving average has crossed the 21. So that's bullish for another move up. So looking for a couple more billion to come into altcoins. Would love to see us get up about another 8 billion into altcoins to help pump us up. But overall, when we kind of zoom out and look at altcoins on the daily, yeah, we're kind of in a hurting spot. Ichimoku Cloud is suggesting, hey, we could see lower. We have not recovered the 9 moving average. Very crucial to determine if you're in an uptrend or not. When you get past the 9 moving average on whatever time frame you're on, you can consider yourself as in an uptrend if you're above it, in a downtrend when you're below it. Or at least a strong up or down trend. Now, currently 50 is about to cross 100. We've got that going on. That gives us another push down for altcoins over, say, the next week or so. Making these altcoins prices maybe even juicier. And there are some juicy altcoins out there right now, some juicy prices, except for the big strong ones like Caspa, who just seems to want to defy gravity and keep going up. But hats off to Caspa, obviously a strong project that people like. So on the daily, at the top 100, these are the ones that are kind of popping off with some moves. Notice comp coming in at $40 there. Now, I think that one's an interesting to keep your eye on, and let's just go ahead and jump over into that one. Yay! Learn how to operate a computer, road dog. You remember you. Now, comp is one that does generally pretty well during the markets. Sometimes it's a little slow, but it is an Ethereum play, a finance play. They've done their work. They put in the work. Good platform that has been around. $10 million or 10 million maximum supply on Compound, and circling supply is 6.8 million. Market cap is 272 million. Fully diluted if all these were out at this current price at $39.94. It's about $40 right now. It would be a $400 billion market cap, and of course we know that can go way up. Now, looking at the all-time highs was 2 years ago during the bull run. Compound reached $910. All-time low was 3 months ago when it was $25. So we've done not quite a 2x from there, but we're still in some good DCA territory, some good, hey, let's buy the dip territory, some good, hey, let's find a good chart, find a good entry territory for compound. So now I don't have a bag of this, but being at these juicy prices, I would want that on my list, because a 20x project at these juicy prices, I like that. This is what the chart looks like overall. Typical pump up, low, just disgusting bag of milk bottom that we usually go through every cycle until we come back up through these points. So I do like compound, and let's go ahead and take a look at that little guy. We also need to look at Bitcoin dominance, but I just got a little bit off the cuff here with this one. So it's getting a nice little pump today, indicating that it found support here on, it looks like, is that a trend line? Yes. Need to zoom out just a little bit bigger. Now, I did have a trade set up before to buy the retest, which typically when you get a breakout of these triangle shapes, you do get a retest. And it looked very juicy with the bear trap that usually almost guarantees a breakout, or a lot of times a breakout of the pattern. Buy the retest, usually an excellent strategy. To not get caught up in downside on taking this particular trade, you would have had to have your stop losses inside the pattern. However, this one did not go as according to plan, and sometimes that happens depending on market conditions. Doesn't mean it's a bad trade setup, just means that, well, it's one that did not play out. However, it does give some more juicy areas to buy compound. So I'd like to move this down here, change this to in my mind, an excellent buy zone for compound. Even on down, if we were to go and revisit these levels at $25, definitely. I don't think that will happen, but it could. It could. And I do still have a measure move for this pattern, which would come about $99. So once we get an established breakout, definitely we can see 85 again. Well, that's where we hit on the last little pump that we had back in July, and definitely my target of $99 can be hit, but this one is going to get on up. Now, not too much as far as resistance until we get up to around $300, so it could be, once it gets going, could be a relatively quick ride up to these nice points. So that's about a 10x from here, and it could come quickly when it comes, and that's what I like about this particular project. And why I think it's just a one to put on your radar, and if you're looking for a long-term hold or a mid-term hold, something to hold on to just a little bit longer for those bigger payouts, because that is where the money is made. Compound, good choice from that. Hey, welcome to the channel. I cannot read Russian, so I'm sorry I don't know your name. So I saw your channel today. Really like the way you explained. The videos are incredibly useful and interesting. Thank you very much. Hey, thank you for that. And welcome from Moscow. Glad to have you here. Patrick Powers. Hey, welcome to the show, Patrick. What's your take on the market next 2 weeks for Bitcoin? Next 2 weeks. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at that. There's some changes going on in the market right now, and before I get back to Bitcoin, we're going to switch over and we're going to take a look at Bitcoin dominance, right? So this area right here, horizontal, that was the range that we were lucky to get up to. Bitcoin dominance up about 48%. So when we broke out of that and we retested it successfully, so this area at 49% is now support, meaning that there's a lot of attention on Bitcoin, which is not great for all our altcoins. So you got some, when it comes to altcoins, you've got some decisions to make. There are some juicy prizes out there. Unless you're actively trading and probably doing futures, at this point in time, you got two strategies for altcoins. You can DCA, take advantage of some of these juicy prices that we got now, and catch some pumps when they pop off like popcorn, because some of them will. Or you can wait for prices to drop lower over the next few months, because chances are that they will. As Bitcoin dominance goes up, more people are going to be going into Bitcoin. The Bitcoin narrative is going to keep getting stronger, and Bitcoin dominance spells that out. I don't have to look at news articles to tell you that. They're on their way. And over the next 2 months, we're really going to see it. We will be having ETFs approvals coming in, deadlines coming in. We've got one coming in on, I can't even read my right, October 16th and 17th. And the 17th day deadline is for BlackRock. Now, needless to say, if that one goes through, market makers, institutional money, retail, the price will pump, and it may pump substantially. That's the white swan event that I'm looking for. Over this next 2 weeks, I've still got my eyes out for a possible drop. So short term, I'm forcing a drop to the weekly moving average right down here. Well, let me get on the right chart for Bitcoin. And let me explain why I say this. Now, we've almost made it. And the 50 moving average on the weekly is coming in about 24 on this chart, 172 right through there. So make that a big fat orange line. That's my target. That's where I see us going. The reason that I see us going there, or maybe even lower, we could go lower than that, but that's my starting point right there. On the weekly moving average, the 9 moving average, on the weekly chart, the 9 moving average across 21, that's bearish, is now getting ready to cross the 200. That will give us a bump down. When we've lost these 2 moving averages, when we lose the 9 and lose the 21, the next in line that we will come and look out for is the 50. After the 50 comes the 100. So we could actually, by the way this 5 moving average strategy plays out on every time frame, this is how I use it and get in and out of trades and figure out where things are going thereabouts. Price should come down here. Its next target would be the 100. It will have to come up, maybe stumble with the 200. So that's back at 27,686. From there, it will have to work over the 9 and 21s. It will then come up to the 100 moving average, which is probably somewhere around this time, 29, 30,000. And then we got to see if we can get past that. If it gets rejected there, back to the 200. So we kind of got this kind of thing. Probably not like that, but that kind of price action is what I'm actually looking for. Something along the lines of, you know, maybe stumble, come up, and let's see, we'll have to retest the 200 wherever that comes in at. So down, up, and then maybe down again. Now keep in mind that you asked about the next 2 weeks. They're saying the next 2 weeks will be worse ever than October pump. Yeah, I'm kind of seeing that too. That's actually what I'm seeing in the charts too. So the deal is, on futures charts, we made a lower low. On our regular charts, we haven't. We're still above this wick down. Technically, we're still in an uptrend, and we can get a pump up from here. But the way the moving averages are crossing, I'm looking for 24. Right at 24,000. Hopefully we'll catch there. There's a very good chance that we will. As this, well, a little bit lower. This area about 23,700, 23,800 is a good key area for support. can't seem to get that. Where are you? Okay. Having trouble getting my lines put up. Let's try this one more time. All right, so that green line, 24,769 on this particular chart. This is a Coinbase chart. And it could come lower. We could be looking, 23,909, but it's a zone right around here. So far, this level is holding. And if it does, that's great. Now, what I've been foreseeing and overall watching for, rather, to play out, was I was anticipating a bounce around these areas, come back up, make a head and shoulders type pattern, and then come to the downside. Well, I haven't seen that yet, and so got to see what happens. It's starting to look like mostly maybe we will make a lower low, which, okay, that's fine. So now we got a higher high and a lower low, so we're kind of still in iffy territory. Then we can still get a bounce up and maybe come to the 618 moving Fibonacci, the 200 moving average, this area here. Still kind of doing the head and shoulders. It's just more of the crookedy behind. So yeah, I am seeing a little move up, and that's why I'm planning on taking profits in a lot of my altcoins if they do also come up, trying to get some more dry powder and then take advantage of a move down. However, the window for that is starting to narrow just a little bit. On my bigger chart, I've got one over here where I'm applying some Gann theory. This is kind of my bigger guidance chart for Bitcoin right here. If I can quit drawing lines and get it to move. You're killing me, chart. Apparently, trading view is being a little glitchy today. There we go. Now we got it. Let's get rid of that little tiny fib there. So I've got the happening marked out. I've also got some date points marked out compared to the last cycle, and I've even got a fractal of the last cycle to scale with price points and days and everything matched up. Now, last time in the cycle and here at this very point, we were kind of going sideways to pumpy pump and going sideways, leveling off. It made a ascending triangle, descending triangle, which broke to the downside. Became a falling wedge, by the way. That's what they do. Around the same time as now, so like next week, or later this week, same time in the cycle, we had a drop. And we could be mimicking that this time too, because these things often rhyme. So that could be our little dumpty dump. And then October, there was a pump. About October 16th, right in line with the ETF on the fractal, pump to the upside, which brought us back to where we were before. So if we come down to, if we do take this drop, and I'm looking for about this area 24, but let's say we come down to this area. Let's say we come down to 21. Okay. Well, following this fractal, it suggests that we will get a pump up at this time. Now, what I think is so interesting is that this is a fib timeline. Now, on these dates, big stuff happens. I find this very fascinating because it nailed the bottom here. Did it better on the daily chart, but you can also see it on the weekly. I've got this one tuned on the daily. We got this little bottom area here nailed, and then we got the big FTX or the other drop right here. Now my other fib time circle, which I think I have, or time slot, as I think I have turned off, it actually nails this guy. Let's see if I can find there's a way to turn him on. Let's see if I can find that real quick. What is this? I need that. That's cool. If I can't find it, I won't waste too much time here. I'll just yeah, I don't see it at all. What is that? All right, but to get what I was talking about, I did mark some of those dates. There is a date coming up on Monday. Let's see. Let me go to the daily, get the actual date. I thought it was the 20th. The 21st, October 21st, suggests that something on that day, around that day, something will happen. Good or bad. Last time in the cycle, around that time, there was a pump up. So I'd be looking for something like that. That may be news of an ETF, or who knows what might be in the news to pump the market. But I am looking for that particular day because these things are relevant. So I've got the halvening marked out and some days. This day was 60 days before the halvening. This is actually kind of when, in this window, this is when the bug that changed the world was, the bug was unleashed to the world. Right here in this window and then before. So I've just got some key points area, just trying to watch this, use this to help us out. But, you know, usually after a halving, here last time when the halving happened, we got a little bit of a pump up, but then we kind of went, you know, kind of warning sideways for a little bit. So we will have that. And after the halving, and that's also a good time to start looking at altcoins. There'll be some hype up to the halving and pumping Bitcoin price up. So we can expect that all within the next, oh gosh, just six months away, guys. 6-8 months, right? But next 2 weeks, yeah, potential for a drop out of Bitcoin, and that will put also a drop in altcoins. So for altcoins, the closer we get down to this red line, the more juicy it is to jump into altcoins. So I would watch total 3, and as we start coming back down to these low areas here, those are some of the good times to get into it. Now we looked over here on our, if we didn't, we're supposed to, token metrics, and we got altcoin season and we got Bitcoin season, and we were in the middle leaning toward altcoin season. Now we are definitely headed back into Bitcoin season, meaning that Bitcoin is outperforming your altcoins. And there are a list of those tokens that I do plan to go over. Maybe we can touch over a few of them today. And also in the live stream tonight, there are some that actually are outperforming Bitcoin. And Taylor is definitely one of those, which is hot right now. TRB. Oh, before I start getting on the tangent, let me come over to the chat. Check out what you guys are saying. Hey, Leandro, man, how you doing? Nice to see you live while my kid's in kindergarten. Oh, it's in kindergarten. Nice. Patrick, I'm talking 10K, maybe 5K BTC. I mean, I'm not going to say it's impossible, but I don't see what would it take to get us there. This is as bullish as news as Bitcoin has ever had, where we're getting institutional adoption. BlackRock, I mean, they're all the big banks who wouldn't touch it with a stick are still trying to finagle a little scheme so that they can get it cheaper. So I wouldn't doubt that there's a reason, an incentive for the bigger players to drive these prices down. I think some of them had some forethought about it and probably have been working this out for a little while earlier, because they're not stupid, but they are restrained as to how they can do it. But 10 to 50K, personally, I think that's a bit of a stretch. That's a little bit too bearish, but you know, the dumbest thing that I can say is that'll never happen. Because, you know, we didn't expect a little bug be unleashed on the world that dropped us down to 3,500, but it happened. And there are some signs there may be a black swan event. That's what I'm looking for. There's another chart that I need to show. I think it's this guy. Not this guy. What did I do? I am looking around the 20th to the 27th as a possible window. And silly me, I cannot find the chart that I have that on. I did that with Fibonacci time tools based on the halving. Is it this one? No, that's the original. I think maybe this one. Oh, good Lord. Okay, so I'm just not finding it. The particular chart, but I do have September 20th through the 27th just as a window. Just keep your eyes open during that period of time. If there is going to be a Black Swan event, that's the best guesstimation that I can come up for when it may happen according to the tools I have to use on the charts that kind of deal with time frames. I just think it's interesting. I'm not saying that something will happen, not saying something won't happen, but that's a window where it could. Just keep your eyes open. That's all I'm saying. That's my news. Technically, a Black Swan event is something unpredicted, so if we're trying to predict it, can it be a Black Swan? What are these little guys? Contact switch. Gotcha. All right, so TRB was one that we're going to take a look at. She's been doing juicy. You ever get one of those coins that you sell and it just keeps going up? Yeah, that's what happened to me with TRB. You have one, you hold it for a while and it starts going up and you're like, oh hell, let's take profits and let's get some dry powder for something else, and it keeps going. That's my situation right there. I think I was out probably around $22. Max is already up to 30 and keeps rocking. Well, if you do have this, whether you bought this with Ethereum or you bought this with dollars or Bitcoin, you're growing your Bitcoin substantially with this position if you are still in it. So if you sell into Bitcoin, it's outperforming Bitcoin at the moment. So nice. TRB has, it's hit 46 before in a big run up. Is that what it's planning on? I got targets at $35 and $38 for TRB as its next step, and it may even go higher. But I think it's really interesting when you look at TRB to BTC in that pair, which is also banging, ready to go on the daily. That's the buy signal. It's blasting. So let's say if you put 0.1 Bitcoin into this when it was sitting at about 4,800 Satoshis, right here at the 200 moving average. Say you waited took out above the 200 moving average. I went with 49. To where it's at now, you would have doubled your Bitcoin. You would have a little over 0.2 Bitcoin, 0.217 Bitcoin. That's really the why I'm wanting to focus on. Unfortunately, I missed it on this, and it's easy to lose sight of that when you're thinking in dollars and everything all the time, but that's how we can use altcoins to grow our Bitcoin, and that's the OG name of the game when it comes to altcoins. So nice move out of Teller. Can it go higher? Well, of course it can. It looks like it wants to go higher. It looks like it will keep going higher. Let's see if we can get an idea about where she may go. Once my computer stops being laggy. Now, swing high to this swing low gave us the target right here. It's one of my magic fibs at 29.96, which we came down and we hit, and then we went sideways at that zone. I'm looking for this out of Teller, possibly higher, but a nice safe zone to take a target would be 0.0014 Bitcoin. Makes me want to FOMO into this, buying at the highs. Oh, that goes against every rule that I have, but I'm also known to break rules. I've been breaking lots of rules lately. I've been playing with a new trading platform. And it works a little different. Well, no, they got perpetuals and they got spot over there at Fairdesk, and that's where I've been playing around. A good exchange, especially for U.S. citizens, and if you're in North America, U.S. or Canada, it's friendly for us. You can get on no problem, trade futures up to 125x. And they got spot, and they also have something called copy trading, and it's like futures, but it doesn't give me as much control for each trade is individual trade. So you map it out. That's the trade. There's no building position. So it takes a little bit of a different mindset. I've just been playing around over there. I do see a nice juicy moves coming for TRB, especially the Bitcoin pair. So you can get that Fibonacci pulled back up here. And I like these areas up here too. So 0.0022 would be my main target. And I am all about growing Bitcoin. It's the whole reason I'm messing with these altcoins in the first place, because they can outperform Bitcoin, and certain ones will do well. This one has been doing well, so I'm going to put it on my radar. I think it's too high to buy now, but will it get a pullback? Well, it hasn't dropped below the 9 moving average yet since it took off, indicating a very strong, very strong trend. Also got the golden cross here. This was September 9th. 50 moving average crossed over the 200, giving us a push up. That is your official buy signal. Price did drop right before that happened, and to these areas about 8129 satoshis, and now we're at 10,619 satoshis. It's going to be a hard one to catch if you're trying to get in. It will feel like you're buying the tops. That's just on a tear. It still has more legs to go, in my personal opinion. I'm just trying to draw a line. My computer's being a little bit buggy. So currently at a resistance level now, there is a little bit of bearish divergence there. There may be another, it just had a pullback though, down here, and that's juicy. There may be another one. If there is, in my opinion, if you're trying to get in on this and trade the Bitcoin pair, we get a retracement back here, that would be juicy. There's some signs that might happen, but it may have already done it. But I do like that, and getting in at those areas going forward. Gots to love it. That's about 33%, 55, 66 if those targets are hit with TRB. So very interesting, I think. What do you think about altcoins, Lane? Are they going to bleed during this dump? I do expect them to go down, Leandro. I do. And DOT, unfortunately, they're getting in some very low prices. BTC chart is following the Amazon dump years ago. But it does it every cycle. I know Crypto Savvy is big on the Amazon bubble chart and bubble pop patterns. And he's a proponent for that. And his opinion is that we're headed for a big old dump and it'll take 10 years for Bitcoin gets off the ground again. I don't see that. I do hold to the 4-year cycle theory, because that happening was going to occur every 4 years. There's always going to be a decrease in supply, meaning an increase in demand every 4 years. That's how it's designed, and it falls perfectly in a time cycle with our elections. Satoshi very well thought this project out, much better than a lot of your meme coins popping up today think out their projects. And that's why Bitcoin is king. I'm not that bearish. I do think institutions look at Bitcoin, and 20K is the juicy base level price. They like it 20K. They want to buy it at 20K or under. 18 to 20K is juicy institutional price level. Get in cheap prices. If they can get it back there, they will. But it will be them manipulating it, because retail's not going to do it. Retail's not really here. It's just as a hardcore geeky people that have been here for a while, or just getting balls enough to try it for the first time. Retail won't be in here to this market until about 2025. Right now it's institutional investors, and they play dirty, they play sneaky, they have things up their sleeves. They like to put out news articles saying how much they hate something while they secretly buy it. And that's been going on. And now they try to do things over the counter where it doesn't affect prices so much, but then they come on and they affect prices on spot markets to drive the futures down. It's a very interesting market. So the only reason I can see Bitcoin to go to 10, 5,000, there would have to be some black swan event that's going to affect the whole world. Maybe a new super bug, maybe lockdown. I don't know what it would cause for that to happen, but that's what it would take to do that. So can it happen? Yeah, it can. If it does, you need to be ready for it. You need to have a plan A and a plan B, in my personal opinion, which is why I'm trying to get more dry powder, because I'm a little shy on dry powder right now. I'm having to sell stock. I'm having to do all kinds of stuff to try to get some dry powder. Myself, hey, welcome to stream, man. Yo Europe is here. Patrick Power. It will dump hard, but that will make us rich. Getting at the juicy prices. All alts will crash to zero. Well, some of them will go to zero. Some of them have gone to zero, and they will definitely take a hit. But if you want to make some life-changing money in alts, you'll be buying instead of feeling disgusted at those prices. Because I'll tell you right now, when I look at DOT, I feel disgusted. This is part of the psychology. I'm like, I don't ever want to add you to my bags. Not that price. No, that's the perfect price to start getting into DOT at $4. If we drop down to $2, even more perfect. And that's why I just gotta stress, for anyone's not been through a cycle before, if you're new to crypto and you're trying, futures trading is not your answers, in my personal opinion, to make the life-changing wealth. It's fun. It will definitely sharpen your skills. Does not sharpen my computer working. What's up, man? I've got to close some windows or something. Oh, look, now it draws a line. Well, thank you for being late to the party. Ooh, that's what I've actually got for a trend line there. But DOT being at $4. Juicy areas. If you like the project, believe in the project. And I've got a bag of it. I got it staking. I've got the number, the goal of the amount that I'd set out to acquire. It is in the red, I'm sure, other than maybe the extra DOT that I get rewards, which I like those staking rewards. I'm on the 1 hour, that's why it looks so drastic here. So here, is that our, that cannot be our moving average. That must be my line. So, I mean, I've got, it pains me to say this, but should things go south in this market, these are my 2 7s on my Fibonacci. They're very reliable for predicting price targets. And I've got it starting here at 328. Sometimes it's so good at predicting that price just comes down and just bounces off the top of it. Sometimes we actually get into this zone. This is between the 272 and the 414 Fibonacci area. And that dot could go down to 275 if we get a real strong dump. But I am kind of looking for 325 in that area to be hit, maybe a little lower. And I just need to go ahead and do this now. Put a little alert there to let me know when we get there so that I will not miss my opportunity to buy some DOT at that juicy prices, because we know the sucker goes up to like 50 bucks, right? I'm good for a 15x. So fallen wedgie kind of thing going on right now with DOT. She doesn't look too excited. Not too great there. We have this little guy to contend with, which just does not have a solid trend line to support it. That's not really relevant. Oh, our best one is basically this little guy right here. We're in the trend. This has a high chance of breaking out, but you just don't know how low it's going to go before it does. So yeah, altcoins, I do see them taking a hit over the next few months. I do. And then some of them will be popping off. So it's all about trying to find the ones that are strong when things are going down. And I like to come over crypto bubbles, and I made a watch list, and I just go over to the year. I have to update it, and just going through all of these, finding the ones that are green for the year, adding them to the list. And top 700, the top 800, finding the ones that are strong for the year. Those are the ones we need to watch. They're holding up. There's something behind them. There's something we need to look at. Those will probably be some of our better performers. So I forgot to go through and add some of these, I see. But look at this, CPR, 21,219 since January. That's the gains we're looking for, right? But we're too chicken or not in the know about some of these projects. And it's scary with some of these. I mean, high risk, high reward on some of these. Some of the ones that I do like, I like Pendle. Of course, Caspa's been up 1,100. Pendle's been up 847 cents. Naka. Those are some that I'm looking for long-term holds. Render's up 197%. So just making notes of the ones that's up. And I think you said, was it Stratos? I think someone in the chat said. So how big goes in Stratos? And it's a strong one for the year. Can I look at ENS? Yeah, sure can. Great channel. Glad I found it. Keep your music. Love it. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. I have to go through and find music. I need to get some more. I have a little list that I kind of cycle through. No more rule breaking for me. You know, I've had to say the same thing as well. So I was talking about Fairdesk earlier, and you can find information about them over on CoinGecko. But like I said, US friendly and also friendly for Canada, North America, friendly for everybody, but they're licensed in Canada and US. That information is on their site there, but they got for futures. If you're looking for futures, great platform to do it, and I love their futures platform. So easy to use. Kind of reminds me of MEXC in a way, and I've been over there trading around. This is the copy trading, which I've been trying to learn a system that works well with this, and this is where I'm saying, Serga, I can't break any more rules. This one is too difficult to manage. Each trade that I do here is a separate trade. I can't add a position. It's like you make the trade, you hope it plays out with your stop losses and whatnot, and you know, I've got to try to get profit out of this among the trading fees there. But I do, now this is a copy trade thing. This is not for most people. Their futures platform is cool. Now they give you all kinds of options here. You got conditional orders. So I love that, man. So I want to put an order in, but I want to make sure price gets above or below a certain point before I do it. Say, okay, if we break this moving average or if we break this area right here, I want to put a short in, but I'm not here to do it. Well, I use a conditional order and I can go over here to the market, put my trigger price in, put the market, it'll hit. I tried it with limit. It doesn't always hit there because you put the price and if it doesn't catch it, you have to put it at low enough. But very cool. So I've got a small amount of money over here. I got like $122 I'm just playing with. It's a little amount playing with it. And that's all you need. Just put $100 over there on Fairdesk. Try it out on their futures platform. But I like this because I can take my limits, like if I got buy orders, and I can move them wherever I want to. Very easy. So let's say if something's, I've got a stop loss and I see price coming down, I can move that right under there to stop me out in profit, rather than having to go through and type all the numbers in and stuff like that. It makes it so easy. The only thing that I'd say that I miss are the trading view tools, like the drawing tools, because now I have to go over to the trading view and actually pay a lot of closer attention to my charts, and then I've got to pay attention to what prices is here versus what chart I'm looking for on trading view. But playing around with this, I've had some wins and some losses, but something I'm going to do. So I'm going to try to grab this $100 122. See if we can double that. Starting out small with a small thing, and we see right now in the 1 minute we're getting a little bumpty bump out of Bitcoin over here. Now somewhere on Fairdesk they've got this real cool little thing where you can watch the Bitcoin 1 minute chart and kind of like make bets on it. But if you're looking for that, I've got links in the description below, and that would help also with the channel too if you would like to support the channel. But everybody needs some more exchanges for liquidity. They got good spot, and they've also got good trading. Another one you might want to look at is BitUnix. But right now we've got to get to our request, and Patrick says pick on Stratus. I just want to take a look at that since it was strong, and then ENS. You mentioned Stratos, and we saw that as being a strong coin. I just want to pull that one up really quick. See the tokenomics on it. Stratos. STOS. 100 million. Total supply, circling supplies 27 million. Tiny market cap, 15 million. Makes this a very interesting project in my personal opinion with these, just the tokenomics alone. Stratos is 56, about 57 cents right now. Bubble pop pattern. Like a little thinner, but we see this out of all the altcoins every cycle. All-time high is 548 2 years ago. All-time low, I don't even know. So all-time low 548. So you're looking at a possibility of a 10x. For that to happen, we just got to get this up to 560 million market cap over the next 2 years. Pretty sure that it will exceed that. Let's take a minute just to see what this project is. That one is on a hot list. And I did put this up. This is it not on here? I thought it was. Okay, something I posted over on Telegram in the top 10 coins that are outperforming Bitcoin. Go over there and check it out from Total Metrics. Oh, just quick information about Fairdesk. Low trading fees, no KYC required. Free VIP 1 tier. You get 5% extra on deposit up to $100,000. USA MSB license and KMC listed. Offer up to 125x leverage. So, throwing that out there. So ENS, let's go move on to ENS. I wanted to take a quick look and see what it is as well. Ethereum name service. I should have known that. I remember that. Ooh, she's down to 723. 100 million of these coins maximum supply. A quarter of that in circulating supply. 186 market cap. All-time high was $83 2 years ago. Looks like it reached that twice. Came down to the $40 range, then peaked up to about 25 bucks there. I remember seeing that. When it gets hyped, it does get hype and it pumps, and then after that hype, it gets forgotten about, like a lot of coins. That's why we're told to take profit when they spike up, but we tell ourselves that it's going to keep going higher, and we don't do it and ride it to the downside. That's just our psychology. We're trying to change that mindset before the bull cycle. And it's hard. Trading mostly is psychology. Technical analysis is your first step to stop losing your trades and to stop giving your money away, because it lets you find better entries and better exits and discover trend. But after that, even that, it comes down to psychology, trade management, and risk management. And those are some interesting areas to develop, and it takes time. Ethereum name service looking over on Binance against Tether. She'd taken a nasty dump. Nasty. Coming back, possible double bottom territory here. I like that. Came back to the bottom we wicked down to back in June on the 4 hour. Okay, I'm on the 4 hour. What I like when I'm looking at a project that I haven't looked for in a while, I like to go to the biggest time frames. That's because what the big time frame says is what it's going to do. Apparently, we looked at it back there in similar price territory before we got a pump up to $20. So let me get all this cleared out. We haven't looked at this in a while. So June 22, that's when we had our first Bitcoin dump. And then the second peak in Bitcoin, it only got to $20. I think that's interesting, don't you? Since it was starting up way up there and come down. So during our bull market, it only got up to $28. Now, it's worth noting. So it was a lot of hype before it's where all that price action came from. And we started seeing over here on CoinDesk. These big juicy prices, $83. Woohoo! All-time high, not November 2021. What's that? It's not showing on there. I'm sorry, I may be getting my dates mixed up. Make sure I'm looking at this right. I don't have enough price action here. Let's go with, I don't get volume on this chart, but if we go with the trading view chart does the same thing. Okay, well, I'm not impressed with that. That's not a good representation of price history. Because it was hyped. It was hyped. $168 started out there, right? Just immediately sell off. So the people got in early, just taking profits and just selling the heck off of this thing. That was... Now, that may have been on Uniswap, and maybe before Binance got it. Maybe there was a bunch of hype up there because that was the peak of the market, so it had to have a rise, maybe a rise up for that. Seems like it just came out and was released during that time. I'm not really sure. When did this one start? May have to dig in deeper for that. I just don't feel like I got all the data. And trying to go to maximum chart here. Yeah, we're starting. It's like this came out right at the peak. Did they release it? Did they start at the peak of the bull market? That's a smart move. Guaranteed to give you some exit liquidity there. So that just gives me some... It just makes me wonder how it's going to actually perform on its own merits. That's just all I'm trying to say here. So let's see if we've bottomed out. or a possible bottom. I'm going to do swing high to this swing low. Nope, we're not quite there yet. So I'm looking for about 428 for Ethereum name service, and some of you guys probably don't want to hear it, but that's what I got. Possibly down as low as 176 in that area. Don't get pissed. Don't shoot the messenger. It may not, but it's probably will. We are under the 9 moving average for the weekly. I'm on the weekly chart, and we're going down still. Just a back to life. That's a happening, baby. And you want to know something else? It's just starting. Well, not really. It started over here, but it leveled out, and now we're going to start again. And we haven't really seen that big drop to drop on the MACD, have we? Got a little taste of one right here. We're about to get another one, and we could see $1.76 out of Ethereum name service. That is a very bad case scenario, though, to get to that level. Normally, it will probably be about 417. So, Ethereum name service, it's going to go on sale. Whee! Trade on Trading View. Clearly, I put more RAM in my computer. I think it's just time to get a new computer. New graphics card, something. I'm just trying to draw a box, people. Just a box. Thank you. So this is my buy zone for ENS, and I do think it's getting cheaper. Another 40% drop. Not fun to ride. Not fun to ride at all. How you looking on the 4 hour? 4 hours getting all spiky. They're just having a big heyday here. That's a nice little trading range. It would be fun to be stuck in the middle of it, but you hit this area twice. Not a bad idea to put a couple of buys here, a couple of sell orders there. Longs here, shorts there. Getting ready to move on the 4 hour here, but that's a nice range of 25%, 10x leverage. You got 250% range there to play with. Might be able to do some damage trading on that one. So interesting for trading. Not so much interesting for a long-term holding right now. You'll be kind of disappointed on that, I believe. Ooh, baby, you went way down there. Would have been hard to predict that number there. Unless... I don't know if that was up. Did they get it? Yes, right there. Swinging high to swing low. Got it right there. Have to catch that wick as your swing low to nail that one. Oh, they're cheating a little bit. Not quite coming up to the fib there at the 50. Interesting concept. So make note of that. You have to go short of the 50 moving average trying to catch that. I would, under 50 Fibonacci, I'd target that 4 hour 200 moving average for a target. And the negative 2.7 for my buy. 643, 648 should be a good one right there. For traders. Might be able to get a couple more rounds there, playing that long to short. Come on. Just trying to draw a box, man. Just trying to draw a box. I think I got too many windows open. So this could be a possible short zone. Buy zone. And Ethereum name service. That's a good 24% range there, 12 on both sides, 12% on both sides. You don't want to buy, if you're trying to do this, you don't want to buy in the middle. You're just going to flip-flop and just be on the wrong side, up and down. You have to target the lows or target the highs, either longing or shorting, buying spot or selling spot to work that out. Buying anywhere in the middle, you're just, oh man, it'll be frustrating as all get out. And there's a chance it may go higher, go lower and do something different. But right now, it looks like we're kind of in the trading zone. There may be a couple more of these to flip out until people catch on and they say, oh, I gotta do something else now. Right now, it's still kind of hot. So, ENS, I like it. Not a member. Stay rowdy. Oh, and have a great day. Appreciate that, not a member. Lots of people, DCA and all cash is gone. Yeah, that's true. I'm suffering through that right now. That's why when we get the pumps, we need to start taking profits, and it's hard for me to do that sometimes. Between, not keeping my coins on the exchange, the ones I really need to do this for the most. But that's one of the things that we've got to train ourselves to do. If we want to maximize our profits, we need to kind of do that. But, it's hard, especially when you have a lot of coins to keep up with. Chain link is a must buy when it crashes. I agree. I've got a bag of chain link. It's a slow one though. And Pendle is wow. I'm liking Pendle. Leandro says, thanks for the .ta lane. Seems like I'll be staking my coins for a while. You and me both, brother. And one of these days it'll pay off for us. I gotta admit, I like the rewards though. Hey, Crypto Rhino. Glad you stopped by, man. Dropping by to say hi. If you don't know Crypto Rhino, he is over on TikTok, crypto influencer over there, and also starting to come over to YouTube. So look for his YouTube channel. Check him out. He likes altcoin. I think he strikes me as a true degen. You will buy at the top and you will be happy. I think Striga should be a comedian. Striga might be a comedian. Striga's funny. All right, so that's what I got for ENS. Guys, it is now 1:29. This live stream went a lot longer than I expected. I don't see any more coin requests, so I will leave that and say these degen coins, these other coins I've got. I don't know if there's so much degen, but they're projects that you probably wouldn't have thought about. The two went very well against Bitcoin. I plan to go over those tonight, and a few other things that are kind of good, kind of cool. Factor Power, why did Bitcoin not dump today at Oz? Why did it not dump today? I think Dumpty Day was yesterday for Bitcoin. Wait a minute, what is today? Today's Wednesday. Monday was should have been Dumpty Day. I know, or Tuesday. Monday is holiday. Okay, yeah, Tuesday was Dumpty Up. Tuesday being our normal Monday, where the market makers come in. And then, there's some news coming out this week. I think, is it today and tomorrow? We also have a new moon coming out. That will be the 14th, 2 days from now. Usually there's a pump on the new moon, right? So we'll have to see. Why did it not dump today? Well, they did it yesterday. So they cleared out all the, they did the little short squeezes and all that. Or longs. Cleared out the longs and stop losses. Now they're going up to the upside and clearing out some of the shorts, which, I've got a couple that I'm on fairness that I can't do my normal tricks to manage. So I just got to ride that little puppy out or go ahead and take a loss. I'm stuck on that particular one. But they are going up, and I do some probably going up to the 200 moving average, about 26,683. Hopefully you won't go any more than that, please. And that corresponds with this area right over here too. So if we draw a little horizontal line right there, you can see the resistance area. They probably won't take us up further than that. I'll be looking for divergence. tiny amount. Too early to see it on the 4 hour. Still got to establish what this top is and see if there's divergence. If there is, we close the candle up here. It's just too early to tell on the divergence to make a prediction on that. And who knows, they may take us up to 27.9. They could, just to get antsy. That's close to what they did over here on this one. But I would think they would have already done that during the day. As we're 1 o'clock, we are. New York session closes at 5. London session is already closed. We're looking at Sydney and Tokyo to come in at 5 and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They just kind of carry on, keep things. They just kind of hold the area that's been established. It's usually UK that starts making the move. They started making. Well, like New York and Sydney were here on this downslide. Then we had Asia. Now that started at, Asia coming in, Tokyo coming in, and they actually gave us a price pump. I wasn't expecting. That was surprising out of Asia. Haven't seen Asia pump the price, and that used to be why I stayed up so late at night to trade Asia. They were fun back in the day before they started banning everything in China. But that was where we got the price pump there. But maybe they'll do it again tonight. I don't know. Maybe Asia will give us a price pump since they did last night. Right now, just on the 4 hour, things are looking a little bit more bullish. We got the 9 crossing the 100 to give us a bump up on Bitcoin. So I do see 26.7 possibly in the card. Then I see us kind of, we're going to have to retest this 21 at some point. It's at 25.8. It's not making any headway. Once we lose the 9 moving average, we're coming back to the 21, wherever the 21 is. And right now, it's kind of low. So maybe up, maybe a little bit down as they try to take our money before the weekend is over. Time is stuck again. Oh my gosh. Inflation went up 3%? Oh wow. And Strega says it didn't dump enough. Oh, I think they got a little bit of something planned here. All right, guys, I will leave it at that, and I will see you guys hopefully tonight, unless I should be there tonight. I'll put the thumbnail up early enough. But I appreciate you for being here if you can.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
If you can hit that like button on your way out, leave a comment. Don't forget about the Tangem wallet giveaway. I will see you guys tonight. Good night, everybody.